Appreciate it. Can people hear me? Okay. I project pretty well. So, we finished the annual appeal so that we can keep the lights on and the electric and all that stuff. But one of the other things that we do is we offer Dharma. And today we are going to do that for Geshe-la. So if the four of you would join me in doing prostrations, 3 prostrations to Geshe-la, I would be grateful. You want to join me? Okay, let's line up. Okay? Olivia, you going to lead us? No? Okay. Just wanted to give you a chance.
Good job.
So the Dharma that was off. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm always disobeying something. The Dharma that was offered to you this year was prostrations. Okay, and the number actually is 46,470. But since we just did 15 more, it's 46,485.
Oh, very good.
So would you
Yes, the kid did this, kid.
The kids did not all 47,000, but the 15 today.
Oh,
It was a team effort by everyone, Geshe-la.
Oh, thank you so much. Very good, wonderful. Yeah.
Okay.
Millions of thanks. Oh, yeah, very good. Oh, yeah. How many did my kids? How many?
How many do the kids do? Well, probably with every time that we do it, probably maybe 500 over this past
Oh,
year.
very good, wonderful. Very good.
Because we always do it. I don't think we separated the kids completely, but when I think about the things I've done with the children, that would probably be about right.
Yeah, a lot of them done by kids.
Right.
Oh,
So
very
there
good.
you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Please be quiet. Didn't it?
I have to go to the nursing home.
Oh, yeah. So, so we say some prayers. Some prayers. Some prayer.
So if you have the white Bible, please turn to the page with the Sunday prayers. And in the gold prayer book, we start on page 34. And we will chant the Shakyamuni Buddha mantra 3 times, and then the Medicine Buddha stanza, and then the mantra 7 times, and then the 4 immeasurables. Taya ta mune mune maha munae soha. Taya ta mune mune maha munae soha. Taya ta mune mune maha munae soha. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Tayata bekanse, maha bekanse, Raja samukate soha. Tayata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Bekanse Raja Samukate Soha Tayata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Bekanse Raja Samukate Soha Tayata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Bekanse Raja Samukate Soha Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse
Maha
Bekanse Bekanse Raja Samukate Soha Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Bekanse Raja Samukate Soha Teata Om Bekanse Bekanse Maha Bekanse Bekanse Raja Samukate Soha. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. Now in the Gold Prayer Book, if you turn to page 37, and we will chant the four immeasurables in Tibetan twice, followed by Chenrezig's mantra 8 times and Green Tara's mantra 7 times. Sem Chen Tam Che De Wa Dong And the children can go to their classes now.
Good morning again. So maybe 5 minutes introduction, please, to each other. 5 minutes. Hello, how are you?
I'm just passing through. I like your hoodie.
So good to see you. Been so just pursuing you.
Hello. Hello.
Say hello.
You know, what is this?
Gelek.
What is this?
He knows all the animals. He's got a big vocabulary, lots of words.
Cat? You want cat? Okay, bye-bye.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's very nice to see you. I'm Ryan.
What's your name, Ryan?
Ryan, yeah.
First time here?
No, we used to come a long time ago.
Oh,
we
I-
moved, and now we moved back.
Oh, now I remember. Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
very nice to see you. Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
Oh, yeah. How old now? How old?
Almost three. 53 men. Yeah, very tall. Tall for his age.
Talk, sometimes talks. Talks a
Very
lot.
good words. He goes, we see Buddha. Buddha, always Buddha.
Can you hear? Yeah. Oh, yeah. First, please let me read this question. Okay, so it's been sitting here too long time, quite a long time. 3 weeks. In the four immeasurable, so prayer that we just chant. So I'm not sure, like we are chanting in Tibetan, but sorry because you don't know Tibetan, but we are chanting in Tibetan. And I did explain word by word for the sake of meditations. So now why we chant? When you chant, you extend the word, you stretch the word. Gives you more time to reflect of the meaning of the word. So then they become meditations. That's why we chant. Could be sound therapy too. Sound therapy. Yeah. Sound therapy. So could be. Some people they just like to hear chanting and meditate. So when we chant the four immeasurables, so even though you can follow the chant, so you can meditate. So what we are chanting is, we are chanting about immeasurable love, the first one, immeasurable compassions, then immeasurable joy, then immeasurable equanimities. That's why we chant. So that's why you just meditate and hear the chanting that you can meditate on love increased, become, at the beginning it's like you can measure, it only reached to certain people. So then through meditation it kind of expands, then eventually it become, you can measure, it reached for, I say, every breathing living being. So then there's immeasurable love, wishing deep down from your heart, wishing everybody achieve happiness. That's love. That's the meaning of love in Buddhism. Then compassion, so wishing to free beings from problems or sufferings. That's definition of compassion. So then after that, of course, your heart will fill with joy. Of course, if you do that, your heart will fill with joy. So that joy, the beginning could maybe a little small. Eventually, you can measure. So then equanimity is the last one. That when you chant in that order: love, compassion, joy, equanimity. You chant. That's the order you chant. When you put into practice, then you bring the equanimity in the first. First you practice equanimities, stranger, friend, enemy. So right now, attitude towards those three different person is like very uneven. So you try to, through meditation, of course their meditation is very much rooted in knowledge, not just rooted in blind faith. It's very much rooted in reason. When you look around, everybody in this room, what they want, happiness. Nobody, even though we look different, speak different language, different culture, different traditions, but each and every single person in this room, what they want, happiness. Nobody, including yourself, nobody wants any problem or suffering. That's the reality. That's the fact. It's nothing to do with religion. That's the fact. So that is the base this is the foundation for the universal compassions. We must understand that. Without that knowledge, universal compassion become just mere word. You just say it from mouth. That's all. We have to understand. Nobody wants even the slightest problem. Nobody. You go person to person, ask everybody. You can ask, do you believe in Buddhism? People might say, oh, I don't believe in Buddhism. I don't believe in religion. That's okay. If you ask them, do you want suffering? What they say? They will say, I don't want suffering. Same answer, and same answer will be the same. That shows what they want, happiness. Anybody that brings joy, happiness, respect, makes people happy. That's important. That's mental quality. That's something you can build, you can develop through thinking, deeper thinking. That is the fact. That's the common thing. There's the common thing that everybody shares. Buddhism may not be shared by everybody. That's okay. No, some people remain as atheists. There's nothing wrong. What we need to understand is what people need: happiness, regardless of culture, tradition, language. Everybody needs happiness. We keep that in mind. You want that, others want same thing. Based on that fact, there's no difference between you and others. There's no differences. You are doing the same thing. Why don't you wish something positive, something good, think something good? You get immense benefit. Your heart will fill with joy if you think, oh, I want that person to be happy. Your heart will fill with joy. Then you feel that your life has purpose to live. Rather than think, oh, my life has no meaning, this is like useless, so I don't like all of that. Every day you feel that you're accomplishing something through meditations. You feel that your life has worth to live. Every breath you take, you are trying to, through meditation, trying to do that to well-being of other beings. So living, you could say the purpose of life is happiness. One way to say. Lately, I've been thinking maybe purpose of life is to live your life for others. Live your life for others. That is the purpose of life. So then, how's the purpose of happiness? The purpose of life is happiness. Oh, happiness will come. If you live your life for others, happiness will follow. You don't have to do anything. Happiness will follow. Because your heart will slowly, drop by drop, your heart will fill with joy. Things that you do at home. So then you realize, oh, this life is precious. This life is precious. It's not that easy to find one. This life is precious. So then every day you feel like you accomplish something important for your own happiness and happiness for other beings. So then, you feel good. That's what we want. We need to feel good. Not just simply eating something. That feeling doesn't last very long. By thinking, that will could increase. More you think, it could increase tremendously. So the first question here, in the four measurable, we talk about sentient beings. I'm not sure, that's English word, there's no Tibetan word. So sentient beings. What is the Buddhist view of sentient beings? Does it include all animals, some or none at all? None? So sentient beings, the definition can you read this? What is none at all as an example? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Called in Tibetan or called semche. Sem means mind. Mind. That's the equivalent. That's the term of sentient beings in Tibetan called semchen. Sem means thought. Someone who possesses thought. Someone who's thinking. Not necessarily thinking like human, but thinking based on their brain level. So whatever they think, So sem. Chin means possess. someone who possess awareness. That's has the connotations of sentient beings. But if you debate, so did you saw debate in monastery? So they looks like they're practicing kung fu, but it's not. That's debating because they don't accept. They debate. They're trying to reach the common conclusions. You don't, because why we debate? Because Buddha said you don't accept my word because I say so, or because out of respect. Down the road is not good. You have this marvelous brain, need to analyze. That requires investigation. That requires questions. That requires further debate. So that's why in the monastery we debate or try to understand what it means, like that. Okay. So same chin. So then that is not the definition of sentient beings, but there's the connotations of sentient beings, like someone who possesses mind. That includes, of course, every breathing living beings. There's nothing exclude. It's not that this is not the definition. If you say that's the definition of sentient beings, then when you debate, then probably you lose the debate. That's not definition. That's the connotation. So then this is a beautiful practice. So on and off, I've been thinking maybe should we chant the four immutable prayer every single Sunday, or maybe stop. Then I thought maybe some people, they like to hear chanting, even though they don't know the meaning. It's saying something good. Don't worry, it's saying something wonderful. It's not saying something bad. So you can meditate. So what do you meditate? You meditate on the four immeasurable love, immeasurable compassion, immeasurable joy, immeasurable equanimity. That's what you meditate on. So that's when you say, that's the order you say. When you put into practice, then equanimity become fast. First we have to equalize our attitude towards these three beings called friend, stranger, enemy, that in order to develop universal compassion. If you are not worried about universal compassions, then it's up to you. If you're seriously thinking maybe how I can develop universal compassion, immeasurable compassion, so first need to equalize your attitude towards these three beings, equalize. So then that produce the conditions to develop. Okay, or as I mentioned before, understand every single person in this room looking for happiness. That needs to be understood very clearly. There's no difference. There is no difference between you and others. There's no differences. You may think, there's a difference, or that person may deserve happiness or respect, blah, 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 blah. If you do that, you lose your peace of mind. That's all. Nothing more. You lose your peace of mind. When you lose your peace of mind, you become an unhappy person. If that's what you want, then it's up to you. So that's that. So now here, what advice would you give? This is all of them is like, I say, question that related to knowledge. It's not related to my experience, it's related to my knowledge. So I think I can answer them quite well. What advice would you give to someone who has difficulty with shamatha, or single pointed meditations, or samatha, that's Sanskrit word, or calm abiding, or English calm abiding, single pointed meditation practice? What advice would you give to someone who has difficulty with samatha or calm abiding practice? Is it best to do purification ritual first, or continue to strive towards mental stillness? Karma abiding is little more, as complex meditations. What is karma abiding? So when you are asking about karma abiding, you are asking about highest level of concentration mind. So in order to, first of course, need to learn. If you are very interested, maybe I really want to achieve karma abiding within this life, so first need to learn instructions how to do. So instruction that's been used, not just, oh, somebody just made it up last night. So that's not good. Instruction that's been taught thousands of years ago. It's been tested. It produced great result. If you follow that kind of instructions, more likely you will produce some result. Otherwise, somebody just made it up, or think or something like, oh, then people do all kinds of things. So this instruction probably would not lead you anywhere. So then not just that, it also, you have this huge interest or determinations to then you fall into these wrong instructions, then it will not lead anywhere. So I think it's very important to learn instruction that's been taught many hundreds of years ago, then been tested and produced great result. So there's like 9 stages. You go through 9 stages. When you go outside this room, so there will be some painting outside there. There's like elephant, monkey, rabbit, and there's like monk. It can be you, it doesn't have to be monk. You just put it there. Could be anybody. So then that painting kind of symbolized these 9 stages of meditation. So that's called shamatha, okay, shamatha. It's different than single-pointed meditation. Single-pointed meditations, you enjoy first stage, second stage, third stage, This is not shamatha. Shamatha means highest level of concentrations. If you decide to look at this prayer wheel, decide to stay your mind there next few hours, you will have no problem. You can just think this prayer wheel, nothing else. You can sit a long period of time. Well, that object can be different. It can be precious human life, it can be impermanent, it can be emptiness, bodhicitta, all kinds of things. So that's the highest level of concentration called shi-ne. Shi means peaceful, calm mind. Ne means still. Stillness with calmness. Stillness with object and calm, very calm. It's not like, that's called shi. Ne, that's the name in Tibetan. Shi-ne. Calm abiding, shamatha, same thing. Very good question. I'm not sure about the second part. Is this best to do purification rituals first? I don't think there's definite order there. I think there's no definite order. Or you do this first, or you do this second. Each probably purification practice, I should not say ritual, purification practice probably will complement your single point of meditation, but there's no definite order. You can do either one first or second, doesn't matter. So now here, someday deve tekpulas, someday concentrations, called Tibetan someday. Deve tekpu means, refers to the cushions. Sit there where you're sitting, refers to that, deve tekpulas. Lune dundang denchelas. So you don't just sit like that, like that's not like probably sit like this. Tene lune dundang denchela lungro gutu tadusa. That's called. That is talking about 9-round breathing meditations. 9-round breathing meditations. Rigpa Tani Leparche. Why you do that? Rigpa, awareness or thought. Tongue, clear. The thought is quite clear. Ni means is kind of mess. mess. It's kind of mess, tiny, because it's like milk and water. You can bottom there. You can't really say which is water, which is milk. It's all mixed, because mind with mixed with the stress or anger, jealousy, attachment, whatever, it's all like doesn't feel good. What you should do according to the text. That text composed by fourth Panchen Lama. I don't remember, but many hundreds of years ago, that text has been already composed. According to that text, that Panchen Lama suggests that on the meditation cushions with these 7-point sitting positions, basically means like this, sit like straight, comfortably. So then, in order to how you say, separate or differentiate between mind that's mess and mind that's clear, you need to make it. You have to make it. You need to learn how to make it separate or clear. So then, from there, then you meditate. With that kind of mindset, you cannot meditate. If the mind is too high, you cannot meditate. If the mind is too down, you cannot meditate. Mind has to be in the right positions. Same like guitar. If it's too tight, you don't get good sound. If it's too loose, you don't get good sound. Right, how you say? Tuning. Right tuning. Right tuning. So I never play guitar, so I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea that I'm talking about guitar. I have no clue about guitar. So, but that example has been said in the text. That's why I've been using. I've been saying this. I never tried to use guitar. So that in order to get the right tuning, so then you have to know. Too tight, no good. Too loose, no good. No need to get the right tuning. Same thing. Mind has to be in right positions. If it's too high, you can teach meditations. If it's too low, you can't teach meditation. If it's too low, you have to bring it up. Even though somebody did something horrible things, you don't say, "Oh, you are one of the worst person that you did horrible thing, that you create this negative karma. You are going to be born in hell realm." No good. It's not going to help, because mind is already down. You are pushing them down. You can't teach them anything. You have to lift them up. It's okay. Everybody makes mistake. Nobody is perfect. Is that true? Yes, true. Are you being perfect? No. Did you make mistake? Yes. Everybody makes mistake. Don't make a big deal out of that. No. So need to lift up. If it's too high, they need to bring down a little bit. So then it has to be right positions. Then you teach, it benefits them. Otherwise, it's not going to benefit. No. So that's called unskillful way of teaching. It doesn't benefit. Even though you are teaching something, it's not going to benefit because you have no skill to teach. So then someday they will table a lunate doing the dangerous. On the meditation question, sit like proper positions. Then you do 9-round breathing meditation. That will help you to, what I should say, distinguish or separate between messy mind and the nature of awareness is very clear. It's like clear, but it's now it's all mixed. Riba lebar chest means clearly distinguish between mind that's kind of messy and mind that has clear, or like it's like more like Buddha nature. So then you sit there. In order to do, first you do any form of concentration meditation. I think it's always good. It's always good to begin with 9-round breathing meditations. Okay, so I probably not going to demonstrate here because I already demonstrated probably more than 100 times, probably 1,000,000 times here. So you can ask. That some people knows. What are the languages? So then after that you can practice concentrations. based on simplest ways to do is like 21 breathing meditation, 21 breathing meditations. Ujung, exhale from nose, then inhale, 1, exhale, there's 2, and you count in your mind. It's not like we are learning how to breathe. No, we do breathe 21,000 times a day, believe it or not, according to Vajrayana teaching. I never count. You are welcome to count. I never count. So it says, in order to prove it's right or wrong, you need to count. I never count. Never attempted to count. So it's not like we do breathe in and out 21,000 times a day. It's not like we are learning how to breathe. So now in the beginning, breathing meditations, that's the best way to start your single-pointed meditation, breathing meditations. If you can count without distraction or without losing the count 21 times, then you finish the first stage, pretty much done. Out of 9 stages, first stage you kind of accomplish, first stage. Exhale, jung, move. It's like jung means exhale. Then 1, 2, you count here, you don't count on the fingers and like. You can start with a small number, you can start with 3, increase 4, 5, 6. Idea is to count 21 times. That's the best way to start, I think, the single-pointed meditation. Or you could, that's the hard one. You could, you could think about nature of mind. Nature of mind. That's harder because it doesn't have shape, it doesn't have color. You can't see visually. You cannot see. Only you feel. You can see. So so what we usually do, like we resist. As resist our different thought. Maybe that's not the best way to deal with the thought. Maybe you should not resist. Whenever thought comes, you should not resist. Namdo kanda kangjeba teta tinin ngusunja, simply just notice. Simply notice them. Notice them. Just simply notice them. Don't fight. Can we do that? Whenever thought rise, don't fight. We usually fight. We challenge them, we fight. Maybe that's not the best way to approach. Maybe that's not the best way to challenge or handle the disturbing thought. When it rises, just simply recognize them, just notice them. That's all. Namda kanda kanjeba teta tini ngasunchas, teta tini ngasunchas. It may look like the coil of snake. It looks kind of complicated, no. You don't need to put effort to untie them, uncoil them. It will just automatically uncoil them. Uncoil by itself. Maybe your thought may look like all like that, it's all like coiled up here, there, looks very complicated, and you're trying to, uncoil them. Maybe it's just waste of energy. Maybe you don't need to do that. Maybe it's just uncoil by itself. If it's coiled by itself, it will uncoil by itself. maybe there's one way to, then there's one way to, how is it, to get closer to the nature of mind. Get closer to the nature. You can't get close to the nature of mind if you continuously resist, fight, challenge every thought that rises. Maybe you waste all your energy right there and not able to reach to the nature of mind. Oh. You try to sort it out. And see, screen, everything that's happening, how you say, in the screen, on the screen, on the screen. And you try to sort it out, try to find. Meanwhile, you can't see the screen. When it's turned up, there's nothing. When it's turned up, there's nothing. Because of the screen, everything appears, everything sees. When the screen is turned up, there's nothing. It's just, it is basically, it's the mind. It is the mind. Nothing else. It is the mind. Otherwise, if you continuously resist, it's going to be like bird that you cage in, as you cage the bird that you cage inside the cage. I say it's going to be like that. Then it's always trying to escape, always trying to escape. Then it's not good. But you should not cage the bird. You should just let it go. Just simply notice them, just let it go. Maybe it'll fly somewhere. So you should not let it, should not try to trap that, cage that. Maybe you can manage to catch them, but it's not going to be, that bird is always trying to run away. It's not good. It means continues to cause problems. Oh yeah. So that, that's maybe is the one way to approach. One way to approach maybe some form of single point meditation. You can just focus on your mind. Every thought that rises, don't fight. Even though it looks like coils of snake, don't worry. It will take care of itself. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to put a lot of effort to uncoil them. It coils itself. It will uncoil itself. No need to worry. Just focus. Just simply notice. Namtok khanda khanjaba theta tini nusunchas means namtok. What is the best translation for namtok? I did a long time ago. The Chukila, the nun, she's not here. She said, "Sesame seed." Sesame seed. You remember the TV show? Huh? Oh, not Sesame Seed, so Sesame Street. So see, nobody could understand my English. I say Sesame Seed, so that's not Sesame Street. You remember Sesame Street? That's kind of explain Namtok. So you are the one who's saying all of this. Nobody's saying. Your neighbor is not saying that. You are just assuming that's what I'm going to say. That's kind of like Namtok. Oh. When that happens, just Namtok Kanda Kangjeba Teta Tini Musucha, simply recognize them. Do what? Nothing. Don't fight. Don't try to trap them, cage them. It's going to be miserable. Namtok Kanda Kangjeba Teta Tini Musunchas. Or you could do like shepherd. When animals run around and you try to cage them, run there, run here, with the dog, the sheep dog or whatever. There's a lot of energy being spent, Yana rakor keshindus, namdo chije bebe juice. Or you could do like that, simply notice every thought that rises. Don't do anything, don't fight, even though it looks like thousands of coil, no need to worry, it will take care of itself. Just simply watch them, do nothing. Simply notice, let them go, wherever they go, they just don't fight, just let them go. And it will disappear somewhere, you don't have to do anything, like coil of snake. Or you could fight with them like shepherd, like like sheepdog. Chase here, chase there, you know, go some go inside, then you thought something inside, there's something all outside here, you chase around there, they go round. That's all your energy, finish. Yang na rakor keshin those. Namdo chichi bebechus. You could put a lot of effort, every single thought that rises, you try to stop them, trap them, catch them, eliminate them. You could do that. So there's two options. That's like text. There's text about Mahamudra composed by Pension of Chujie. So that text mentioned that. So no. So then by the time when we able to herd all the sheep inside the fence, then you are just collapsed because now there's no more energy left. There's no energy left to meditate, focus, because you're so exhausted. So then what you're supposed to do, if you're able to herd all these thoughts as like sheep, if you're able to put them in the fence, then now you need to think, oh, there's nothing's running around. So then you are supposed to enjoy that space. There's nothing's around. And when you reach there, you're kind of like, become couch potato. Or maybe Italian pasta. Come and run. There's one way to do. You could do that. You could try to hurt them. Hurt? How you say? Hurt. Every thought, like sheep running here, running there. Hurt them. So then, at the end, if everything's like fence, then you are supposed to enjoy now. So now there's no more energy to enjoy. Just. Oh, right from the beginning, don't fight. Just simply watch them, notice them, recognize them. Don't do anything. It'll take care by itself. No need to fight. Maybe there's one way to. Then there's one way to reach. That all that things are gone. So now you can simply enjoy. Which one's easy? You could fight, or you could decide not to fight. There's two ways to do. One is like shepherd, you could fight. Chatan never teaches. Then at the end, Maying Tembe, Tembo Mashos. Without losing mindfulness, then you pause there, you pause that space. There's nothing's running around, nothing's appearing, coming up. Then that space you just enjoy. Maybe there's one way to get close to nature of mind. You could say nature of mind, Mahamudra, Shunyata, whatever you call. There's many different names called, but in the end it all boils down on the same thing. Shunyata, Shun means like very quiet space, very quiet space. Shun. Even they use the word used even in like now day-to-day life language, in also Nepali language they use sun. So I don't speak. I do speak few Nepalis, but not very good. So that sun means like very quiet. Shunyata, emptiness. That word, very shunyata, sun, quiet, shunyata, emptiness, ultimate truth. That word, just the same root. What it looks like space, nothing else. What is there? Nothing. It just looks like clear space. That's all it looks like. How you get there? Oh, I didn't fight everything. There's so many things happening. I simply noticed them. Let it just go. Let it take care by themselves. Oh, I heard them. Put a lot of effort. So now there's nothing running around. So I see now there's space. There's nothing running around. Pause. That is no different than your mind. That's the nature of mind. That is your nature of mind. So now when you come out of that, then you realize, oh, this everything that's happening in life is just like sheep that's just running around. I don't need to do anything. No. I don't need to do anything, so this will just go away, so then I can reach there, pause there with nothing. Nothing means something that looks like space, that's all. There's no, you couldn't say nothing. That's nihilism. Something that looks like what it looks like space. That is probably how you introduce to someone nature of mind. That is nature of mind. It's your mind. You may be shocked. That is your mind. Nothing else. How come that I don't experience that before? Yeah, before that you are trying to hurt every single sheep that's come out of here. Not just one. One produce two, two produce three, three produce four, four produce five. The list goes on, or sometimes they simultaneously produce 100 of them. So then you try to fight with them. That's why you don't reach that level. You don't reach, never reach there. It's there. It's not like, it's not different than your, it's not different than nature of your mind. It is your nature of your mind. So now it makes sense. Oh, mind is shunyata. Shunyata is mind. Mind is not different than shunyata. That makes sense. Makes completely sense. It's not saying something that's not true. It's saying something that's true. It's the nature of your mind. That's how introduce. That's one way to introduce nature of mind to someone. That's how you introduce, lead them to that. You see. So then, when you come out of that, you realize, oh, it is my mind. I have power over my mind. I don't have power over their mind, but I have power over my mind. Oh, I can do something. I don't have to be miserable. I can do something. Oh. See. Then now you see this meditation on shunyata is very powerful. It takes care of all this as a all this, because the life is so like caught up with this, coils of experience, or you could say appearance, experience, thought, and we kind of like exhaust ourselves fighting with them, not that, no, all kind of things. And that's why we never reach to the nature of mind. We never experience nature of mind. It's not because that is not there. It's there. It's not like it's not there. Oh. So that's the one way to probably do. Sorry, so too much been said. Single body meditations. So begin with 9 round breathing meditations. Any meditation, do 9 round breathing meditations. That will have a distinguish between mind that's kind of completely mess and mind that's not naturally is not mess. It's very clear. It's the nature of mind. So then you kind of make separate with them. So from there, then you do 9 to 21 breathing meditations to try to develop your concentration. So then after 21 breathing meditations, then your mind should be neutral. Then sit. Every thought that rises, watch them. Don't do anything, just watch them. See how long this lasts. Not every single thought will last there forever. That's not going to happen. Maybe that's you're worried. Naturally, thought cannot last forever. It has to, everything that comes up, that needs to goes out. Can't remain there forever. That's the nature. You can't do it. That's a natural force. And you sit there and every thought that rises, oh, I want to eat ice cream. Okay, no problem. Just watch their thoughts. Yeah, so see their thought rise. Just simply watch them, notice them, do nothing. Maybe slowly, every thought come up, they'll slowly disappear. What do you see? Nothing. Then pause there. With full awareness, it's not like when you faint, when you faint, not like that. When you sleep, you are not thinking, not like that, Full awareness, fully awake. Fully awake, every thought that rises, you are fully awake, fully aware, each thought. Don't do anything, just let them go, let them go. Maybe eventually all this thought will, finish. Hopefully, let's hope it will finish. So then you reach there, no thought. Then you pause. Oh, okay, so that I don't have any experience. I don't think that I've accomplished that. No, I have zero experience. I have millions of thoughts every single day. So sometimes I try to not to fight with them. Sometimes I try to hurt them. Same like you. But this is the technique that's been taught by Panchen Lama, fourth Panchen Lama, hundreds of years ago. If I use, you get benefit, I get benefit. Like that. Don't fight, just let it go. It's like coil of snake. Even though it looks very complicated, you don't need to figure it out how uncoil them. It will uncoil by itself. No need to fight. Keep that in mind. Each thought that rise. If you use this technique, as I say, either you can fight with them like shepherds, or like sheepdog. Two techniques. If you use that, you get benefit. I get benefit. If I use, I get benefit. If you use, you get benefit. Maybe you get close to the nature of mind. So then, once you experience the nature of mind, that's the wonderful things to do. Wonderful things to do. The best things to do. Then what you realize is that everything is not different from my mind. It is my mind. I can control. It is my mind. It is the screen. Because the screen, all this image, movement is happening. When the screen is tuned up, there's nothing. Same like that. But it's just like could say clear lake, could be like clear lake. So many things reflect, do nothing. Oh, like that. Okay. Maybe the one way to first, of course, sit comfortably. So then do 9-round breathing meditations will help. Then after that, 21 breathing meditations. Then after that, just watch. Just watch your thought. That's all. Just watch your thought. So then, of course, like in the text it says that, in order to do this meditation very successfully, so you need some merit. Merit? What is the best way to explain merit? Yeah, positive actions. So easy to do, so easy to create. It's not that difficult. You don't have to drag 100 pounds on the top of the hill. That's not the only way to create merit. You see, there's a stupa was built there, a stupa outside. Around the way to stupa, there's a lot of prayer wheels been put there. Tune them like this with a positive mindset. Even just saying one mantra, this compassion mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. So Tibetan king, Sangzen Gompo, he wrote, this mantra is only 6 syllables. It's not the 100 syllables. 6 syllables, that's mantra of compassion. What he said, he wrote commentaries on this mantra, traditional text like this long, 1,000 pages. Now you wonder what to write about this 6 syllable mantra, 1,000 pages. Benefit. what it says, like even just saying one time, Om Mani Padme Hum. Let's say it rains like today, all day rains. It rains whole year, 65 days. 65 days it rains. Water that comes down on the earth, all this water whole year can be counted drop by drop. You can count. Merit that you say, Om Mani Padme Hum, cannot be counted. That much merit you create. See? So the pendulum of the Chujie suggests to get close to the experience of nature of mind, you do need merit, support from merit. Without merit, that meditation may not be successful. How you create merit? It's almost impossible, not able to get a chance, time to say Om Mani Padme Hum one time a day. That's impossible. If you create that much merit, that's a lot of merit. That's a cause for success, cause for happiness. Then going around the stupa was built there, that's like filled with the relics. You go one round there with thinking something good, how much merit you create cannot be counted. So easy, it's not that difficult. Or you have to drag this 100 pounds things, then you have to go like 80 miles up on the hill. That's hard things to do. So it's not like that. It's so easy, so easy, so easy. So easy to create. So if you do like full length prostrations, like all these kids did, many of them, I was so happy. Every atom that covered by their body, size of their body, every atoms that covered by body become the cause. That's merit. Every atom. So it's not that difficult to do. It just take like a few seconds, just go on. The merit is not that difficult to create. It's so easy to create. So, and even just say Om Mani Padme Hum. Wow, how much merit you create? Every hair on the animals can be counted one by one. Merit that you say Om Mani Padme Hum cannot be counted. That's not merit you create. So easy to do, so don't need to feel bad. Oh, I didn't do meditation, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, so I feel so bad. Just say Om Mani Padme Hum. Just say one. Merit that you created is an unbelievable amount of merit you created. You have reason to feel good. You have reason to feel good. Because you realize how much merit you created. It benefits this life. It may benefit multiple lives in the future. If something goes on, it will benefit that. Then you do that with the motivations to benefit every breathing living being. I'm going to say this, Om Mani Padme Hum, to well-being of every breathing living being. Oh, then your merit like multiplies. Then you have reason to feel good, because not because you eat something, no. You feel good because you feel like you accomplished something. You feel good, okay? So that feeling could increase. It's not dependent on shape or color or taste or smell, tactile. You did something, you watched something. No, just thinking. You're just thinking something. Feel good. Therefore, people in Dharamsala, there's mountains. There's monks and nuns live there. When you go to visit them, you ask them how they feel. They feel great. Material-wise, what they have, nothing. Their heart is filled with joy. Milarepa, he roams in the wilderness, eats what is called nettles. Doesn't eat cheesecake or chocolate chip cookies or pizza or lasagna. What is called lasagna? Lasagna. So we eat all this delicious food, very unhappy. Someone who eat nettles, heart filled with joy. Can you imagine that? Roams in the wilderness to wilderness, very happy, extremely happy. Feel important, life is very important, meaningful, precious. The heart is filled with joy. We here drive nice car, live in nice house, wear nice clothes, breathe fresh air, drive on very nice road, very nice park, unhappy. No. happiness does not come from doing things. Doing things. Happiness does not come from doing things. Happiness comes from thinking. Deeper thinking. Happiness comes from deeper thinking. Feeling that you felt that you accomplished something. Or that this day is productive. Every single second is precious. It's very important, very important. Oh, then, that can, so we all can, do that slowly, one by one. Okay, oh. So then, so now one question, last question, so that's left here. So then, original idea since beginning this time, to help to explain this, not from beginning this time, sorry, so like few months ago, I want to read this. So my idea is we will talk here about Buddhist psychology. So in order to do this, first I would like to explain this number of things. Maybe next Sunday I will ask someone to read. So that's probably the best way to finish. Otherwise, it's never going to finish. So so then last question, then I'll stop. Last one more question. So then after if you want to say something, please do. In what way do Yidam meditation deities exist? Can they actually assist us in life, or are they just aspect of the experience of meditations? So that probably requires a few more Sundays to answer the questions. So you see here 21 taras. You see here Vajrasattva. You see here green tara, Kala chakra, Chervesic. Yeah, sorry, not much time to answer these questions. There's only 2 minutes. You can talk about this with 2 minutes. You can talk. Maybe next Sunday, or maybe someone who write these questions, meet 101. So that's better to maybe explain. Yeah, so time's run out. So, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Have a nice Sunday. Oh, yeah.
So if you have the white binder, you'll look for Shantideva's dedication prayer. And in the gold prayer book, it's on page 246. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of my merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. Who are sick and ill, quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. Cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain, to dispel the miseries of the world. And then on page 244 and 245 in the Gold Prayer Book, we'll say the short, long life prayers for His Holiness, for Ken Rinpoche, and for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjana's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And then 7 green tar mantras for Geshe Gelek and Geshe Sangpo's long, happy lives. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. Tare Tu Re Soha. Om 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 Tare Tu Re Soha.
Oh yeah, thank you.
A couple of quick announcements. I'll let Elise go first.
I'm Elise from Outreach. The whole purpose of Outreach is to give people an opportunity to put into practice those lessons of compassion and benefiting others that we learn here at the Kadampa Center. And we have several things going on now. The first is a food drive that will be happening through Valentine's Day, February the 14th. Because during the holidays, there was an outpouring of food for people, but the holidays are over and people are still hungry. So please bring your donations to the Kadampa Center here. The next is that a lot of people understand that all sentient beings depend on the environment, and you have a lot of concern about climate change and what we can do on individual and group levels, all the way up to from personal practice to legislation. There's the Interfaith Care of Creation group that pretty much has ongoing activities for you to learn about what is happening and how you can participate, put your ethics in practice to impact the environment in a positive way. So there's an event going called Faith in Action that's going to take place on February the 20th. There's a flyer near the back door if you want more information. The Interfaith Care of Creation is a coalition of over 40 places of faith that are banding together, including the Kadampa Center, to try to make a difference. The next thing is the Triangle Interfaith Alliance is having their annual dinner meeting on February 27th. And the Interfaith Alliance gives us an opportunity to meet and learn from and learn with people of other faiths and cultural leanings. And this event on the 27th, we're bringing 3 leaders of interfaith action from the community together to talk about what's going on and how you can make a positive difference. Reverend Nancy Petty is a social activist. Reverend Bruce Puckett is the dean of the Duke Chapel. And Professor Gupta is a professor at NC State. And they will all talk about how we can work together, different faiths and cultures, to make a positive world. And then, for those of you who are new to Kadampa Center, there will be a newcomer Q&A after the teaching, after the announcements, and look for me in the back of the room. Thank you.
Thanks, Elise. She adds so much to the center with all her energy and all the wonderful things that she creates the opportunities for us to get involved in. I've just got a little thing to talk about on this coming weekend, starting Friday night and going through Sunday. We're going to have a special visiting teacher. Venerable Amy Miller will be here. She's giving a weekend workshop called The Path to Joy, and it'll be sort of practical ideas for how we can bring more joy into our lives. And as Geshe said, if you ask anybody, do you want to suffer? The answer is going to be no. And so I think the converse of that is, do you want some more joy in your life? And hopefully the answer is yes. And so she'll be here to help us learn about that. And she'll be drawing on the Lamrim, which is lineage teachings in our lineage by Lama Tsongkhapa. And also this book, the Book of Joy, written by His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu. So she'll be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And this Friday, yeah. And just a reminder, Robbie's good at helping me remember to say this, that, we're able to have teachers of the quality and caliber of Venerable Amy Miller. She's been a nun for close to 30 years, I think, and she's very skillful, warm, learned teacher. We're able to have her. We're able to have Geshe Gelek here as our resident teacher, and also Geshe Sangpo, because we are affiliated with the FPMT. We're not always so aware of that here because we're in our kind of our own little insular community, but we're really lucky to have those resources available to us. So thank you. And it's Sunday tea time today, so we're gonna, if you want to stick around and socialize and have a little bit of something to eat, please do that.